God's plan of salvation through His Son, Jesus. And God is offering to Mary a role, a unique role.
The Catholic Church stands at a crossroads, ushering in a new era of leadership with the resignation of Pope Francis and the historic rise of Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle. As the Church navigates a rapidly changing world, questions arise about the direction it will take under its new leader. Will Tagle continue the progressive vision set forth by his predecessor, or will the weight of tradition force him into compromise? Pope Francis's decision to step down marks only the second papal resignation in modern history. While he cited health concerns as the primary reason, speculation swirls around the role of internal pressures. His tenure was defined by bold reforms that challenged entrenched traditions, earning both widespread admiration and fierce opposition. His resignation leaves behind a legacy of change, but also uncertainty. Cardinal Tagle, a key ally of Pope Francis, now carries the mantle of leadership. Born in the Philippines, Tagle's appointment signals a historic shift, placing the first Asian pope at the helm of the Catholic Church. This decision reflects the Vatican's recognition of the growing prominence of Catholicism in Asia and its effort to engage a more diverse global community. A defining trait of Tagle's leadership is his progressive stance on key social issues. Much like Pope Francis, he has advocated for inclusivity, compassion, and dialogue. His outreach to marginalized communities, including LGBTQ+ individuals and migrants, has made him a beacon of hope for reformists. However, this same progressivism has drawn criticism from conservative factions within the Church. Tagle's tenure as president of Caritas Internationalis demonstrated his commitment to humanitarian efforts. His leadership in addressing poverty, climate change, and global inequality has positioned him as a champion of social justice. His ability to merge faith with tangible action makes him a compelling figure in the modern Church. However, Tagle's leadership is not without its challenges. One of the most contentious issues he faces is the Vatican's agreement with the Chinese Communist Party, CCP. Critics argue that the deal compromises the autonomy of Chinese Catholics, yet Tagle has remained largely silent on the matter. His ability to navigate such complex geopolitical issues will be a critical test of his leadership. Another major challenge is the growing divide between progressives and traditionalists within the Church. While Pope Francis sought to bridge this gap, resistance from conservative factions often hindered his efforts. Tagle must now determine whether to push forward with reform or adopt a more conciliatory approach to maintain unity within the Vatican. The rise of other influential figures within the Church further complicates the landscape. Cardinal William Goh of Singapore, known for his conservative stance, has emerged as a strong voice for traditionalist Catholics. His contrasting ideology highlights the ongoing debate over the future direction of the Church. Should it embrace transformation or uphold stability? Beyond internal Church matters, Tagle faces the challenge of engaging with a rapidly secularizing world. Religious affiliation is declining, particularly among younger generations. However, his ability to connect with youth through digital platforms and social media offers hope that he can make the Church more relevant in the modern era. Tagle's appointment also marks a significant moment for interfaith relations. His advocacy for dialogue between Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, and other religions reflects the Church's evolving role in a multicultural world. His success in fostering religious harmony could strengthen the Church's global influence. Environmental advocacy is another area where Tagle is expected to lead. Pope Francis made climate change a central issue in his papacy, emphasizing the Church's moral responsibility in environmental stewardship. Tagle's past initiatives in this area suggest he will continue pushing for sustainable policies and global cooperation. Despite his progressive image, Some question whether Tagle has the decisiveness required for papal leadership. His reluctance to take a firm stance on certain controversial issues has led critics to wonder if he can withstand the immense pressures of the papacy. The coming years will reveal whether he can balance diplomacy with strong leadership. The role of women in the Church remains another pressing issue. While Pope Francis took steps to increase female participation in Church leadership, true structural change has yet to materialize. Tagle's approach to this issue will determine whether the Church moves toward greater inclusivity or maintains its traditional stance. As the Church embarks on this new chapter, the world watches closely. The road ahead is fraught with challenges, but also immense opportunities for transformation. Tagle's leadership will be defined by his ability to uphold Catholic values while addressing contemporary social, political, and spiritual concerns. Whether Cardinal Tagle cements his legacy as a reformist or adopts a more cautious approach, his papacy will shape the future of the Catholic Church for generations to come. His faith, vision, and ability to unite the global Catholic community will be the ultimate test of his leadership.